Margaret Wilson was one of the richest businesswomen in New York. She owned 5 companies and lived in a penthouse in Manhattan. But when her only son Ethan said, "Mom, I want to marry Sophie," Margaret had only one fear. "Does Sophie love my son or does she love his money?" she thought. The next week, both families were meeting for dinner. Margaret made a plan. She left her designer dresses, luxury car, and diamond jewelry at home. She wore simple jeans, an old sweater, and took a taxi to Sophie's middle-class house in Queens. When Margaret entered, the house went quiet. Sophie's relatives looked her up and down. One aunt whispered, "Is this really Ethan's mother? She looks broke." Another cousin laughed. "She probably can't even afford this dinner." Margaret heard everything but kept smiling. Except Sophie. Sophie ran to her, hugged her and said, "Mrs. Wilson, welcome. You must be tired. Come sit with me." She gave Margaret tea, asked about her day, and ignored all the rude comments. Later, when an uncle mocked Margaret's old shoes, Sophie stood up immediately. "Stop. We don't judge people by their clothes. We judge them by their heart. Mom taught me that." Margaret's eyes became wet. 7 days later, everyone met again for the engagement dinner at a 5-star hotel in Manhattan. The ballroom was full of lights and flowers. As guests entered, the hotel manager ran to the stage and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our owner, Mrs. Margaret Wilson." The room froze. Sophie's relatives turned pale. The aunt who laughed dropped her glass. Margaret walked to the mic and said, "Last week I came as a poor woman because I wanted to see real hearts, not fake faces. Money can vanish overnight, but kindness and respect make a family forever." She hugged Sophie and whispered, "You passed the test, Beta. Welcome to our family." The whole hall stood up and clapped. Moral: never judge a person by their appearance. True character is worth more than money.